Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming such an exciting video. I have the newest palettes from Sydney Grace. So if you guys are interested, if you guys want to see swatches, hear my first impression thoughts, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I post about 3 to 4 times a week. I think I'm definitely going to have about 4 uploads this week, so I'm very excited. Highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. So I just have my foundation, concealer, and brows done, because we're going to test out some new palettes. I'm so excited. Sydney Grace just announced their Unbreakable Bond palette, and I wasn't even expecting this, and lo and behold, it was in my mailbox. So I am so pumped to show these to you guys. There's 2 versions of the palette. This is the light version. I did swatch the dark version because I'm definitely going to keep the dark version. I didn't want to swatch this one because it's just a few shades that are different, so I was thinking if I wanted to, I could probably include this like in a future giveaway or something like that. But I love that Sydney Grace always does the 2 different versions of the palette. So here is the one I swatch. I think it's pretty much these shades that are different in the palettes, but this is the one I'm going to use today to do my makeup. And then at the time I'm filming this video, they haven't showed this face palette yet, but this is the Luminous Light Face Palette, and this is going to come in 3 shades, and they sent me the medium, so I'm so excited to go ahead and put this on my face as well. I did film close-ups of both palettes, so I'm going to go ahead and show those to you guys while I read a little bit more about these launches to you. So let's start off with the eyeshadow palette. It says that this palette, the Unbreakable Bond palette in Light and Deep, will launch on March 27th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard on Sydney Grace's website. The price of the palette is $56 each. Now I do have a non-affiliated discount code with Sydney Grace. It's just KHMAKEUP. I think it saves you 15% off the website. So if you want to save a little bit extra, it should work on everything on their site. It says this beautiful wearable palette was originally released as the Taylor Bundle. We are excited to bring it back in palette form with a few changes. We are so honored to collab on this palette with the sweet, beautiful, and talented Taylor sisters. We have had the privilege of knowing these girls for most of their lives, and each one holds a special place in our hearts. So if you don't know, Sydney Grace is a small indie brand based out of California, and I believe it's 2 or 3 sisters. I think it's 2 sisters that own the brand. So they just started sneak peeking these palettes, and there's a ton more information on the Taylor sisters on their Instagram. So I'll try and remember to link their Instagram down below so you guys can go check it out if you want to know more about this collaboration. I know they had also mentioned on Instagram that the shade Tiara is from a bundle from back in the day and how they bought it back and all this really cool behind the scenes stuff that some of you might be interested in. Now, the 4-pan face palettes in Fair, Medium, and Deep are called the Luminous Light palettes, and these are also launching on the 27th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard on Sydney Grace's website, and these are going to retail for $28. So I only have the medium shade with me. I'm guessing that they will have swatches of the Fair as well as the Deep on their Instagram, so definitely look there. But I'm so excited to put these all on my face because the blushes looked so beautiful. The shade Awestruck definitely needs to go on my face. So yeah, I am so excited to test all of this stuff out. So let's go ahead and put it on my face. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the eyeshadow first because then I can decide what shade of the blush I want to use from the palette. And oh my goodness, you guys, I feel like this is like a neutral lover's dream palette. So I was thinking I was going to do a neutral look because I don't know, sometimes it's like when you have like a beautiful, just yummy looking neutral palette, it's like, why why not do what the good Lord intended with this palette? You know what I mean? So let me go ahead and start off with the shade. Do I want to go more pinky or do I want to go more brown? That's also another question. I will say the shade Just Peachy swatched absolutely beautifully. Maybe I'll go more purpley. We'll see. Okay, let me start off with the shade called Taylor Girls, which is this pretty like mauve shade, and of course it's named after the collaborators, so that's really cool. I already prepped my lids with my Sigma Ignite eyeshadow primer, so I'm just gonna go straight in with a Sigma. This is the E49 medium tapered blending brush. So this is a really nice light mauve shade that I'm just kind of carelessly blending all over the crease. Next, I want to use a shade called Sun Poisoning. It's a little bit of a darker mauve, and I'm going to put that also all over my crease, but I'm going to keep that kind of like right here in the socket. I don't want to bring it up higher because I want there to be like a gradient. And so I'm just adding that right into the crease and keeping it lower than Taylor Girls. I might go back into Taylor Girls after I'm done with all the darker shades and just blend those two shades a little bit better. But for now, I'm just adding Sun Poisoning. Okay, that looks so beautiful. Now I want to go into this shade called Porch Swing. It's like a dark, cool toned brown, and I think that'll be perfect for deepening up the outer corner. Okay, that looks really nice and dark on the outer corner. I finally got the chance to go to our mall and like get my brows and upper lip threaded, and my upper lip is so freaking itchy right now. I feel ridiculous saying that, but it's itchy. It itches so bad. I just want to scratch my whole face off, but I'm trying not to because I don't want to ruin my foundation. But what the heck? That's so annoying. At least my brows look good though. Okay, so next I want to go into this shade called Indiana Love, and it's like a cool toned blue color, so I figured that one I can also use to deepen up the outer corner a little bit and just to add a little pop of color. I think I need to switch brushes. I need something a little bit more like something to pack that darker shade on with, because it is kind of splotchy and I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. So I'm just going to switch to this Sonia G brush and I'm just going to pack the darker shadow on because I don't want it to look patchy. Patchy looking eyeshadow keeps me up at night, you guys. I swear. Anybody else overthink these things as much as I do? Okay, so I just cleaned off the blending brush I was using on my Sigma switch, and I'm just gonna make sure everything's blending out nice. I'm gonna go in with Taylor Girls and just kind of make sure the crease on the inner corner looks how I want it to look. And I think that's pretty much it for the non-shimmer shades on the lid. Now I want to use the shimmer shade Just Peachy, which swatched so beautifully. So I cannot wait to foil that onto my lids. So I'm just going to grab a flat brush. How is it already time to clean my eyeshadow brushes? This is so crazy. Okay, I'm going to use this one from Kaleidos, pick up Just Peachy. And I know that I love the Sydney Grace Metallic, so I'm just gonna pack that on. I feel like when it comes to neutrals and indie brands, Sydney Grace is like my go-to recommendation for people because they make such like wearable colors, and I know people love them for that. So if you're ever wondering, they also have colorful shadows, and Sydney Grace really is known for their single shadows. I think they kind of do palettes here and there, probably to keep up with, like, that's what the market kind of wants right now, is I feel like people are really into palettes. Or maybe that's just what I'm into. I don't know. You guys tell me what you're into. But yeah, I feel like they're just like keeping up with what's trending for even indie brands. I feel like right now is like the moment of eyeshadow palettes. I do have my Enduring Love palette because that one also has some blues in it. So I figured I should compare the two for you guys in case you're like, Karen, if I have Enduring Love, do I need this one? So I'll show you guys side by side once I'm done. But this look is turning out a little bit darker than I thought, so I'll have to pop something lighter in the inner corner. But let me throw on something in the waterline so we can finish up the lower lash line quick. Okay, so I put some of the Huda brown eyeliner in my waterline. Thought it would go with the vibe, and then I just need to grab a clean pencil brush. I'm gonna grab this one from Sigma and Samantha Ravindal, and I'm gonna go into the shade Sun Poisoning. That is quite the name. I'm like a little bit shook it. I need to look up what Sun Poisoning is. I don't think I know what that is. So anyway, the eye look is done. I'm gonna do mascara off camera. I might even throw on a wing liner, we'll see. But now I'm ready to put on some of this stuff from the face palette. So it's so beautiful. There is a gorgeous bronzer, highlighter, and then 2 blush shades. So I think I'm gonna go with Awestruck, even though it looks more like a coral. I really wanna try it. You guys know how much I love a good corally blush, but let me dip into the shade called Stargazer, which is the bronzer for the medium palette. I think this is going to be a really nice shade match for my skin tone. For reference, I'm like a NC 42 in MAC, and I wear like 4 and 2 in the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I'm wearing my Gucci foundation today, and this is the shade 310N. So I do have a few of my color matches listed in my description box. I always have, but I feel like I need to update that list because some of those foundation shades, I haven't like owned the foundations in a while. So if you have any foundation shades that you would like me to permanently put down there so you guys can reference, let me know, because I don't really know, like foundations don't stay as like relevant as they used to. I feel like back in the day like Double Wear was queen, and you know, MAC was queen, and now I'm like, I don't know what foundation people still go for time and time again, because there's like a new foundation launching like every 9 seconds. But you guys tell me. Oh, and the Huda foundations too. I have my Huda shades listed, but yeah, this is a good bronzer shade for my skin tone. I think I might have gone maybe like a hair overboard, but that's okay. I don't mind it because I love me some bronzer. And I'm gonna go into the blush now. This is just the Sigma and Kristen Dominique brush set. So this is a glowy blush, and I just wanted to lightly tap it on. How pretty is that? It's so flipping pigmented. So just go in easy. But this is definitely going to need to go into my March Shop My Stash. Oh my god, that is so over the top. That is so over the top. Okay, well then. And then the highlighter, I'm going to pick up with my Sigma brush and just kind of melts into the skin, doesn't it? Like butter. Oh yeah. I like to put some in the brow bone as well. A little bit on the Cupid's bow. A little bit on the chin. Forehead a little bit. And then, yeah, I'm going to spray my face off camera, put on a lip color, mascara, do something with this hair, and I'll be right back to give you guys some of my first impression thoughts on these new products. Okay friends, so here is the finished look. I am just wearing these earrings that I got from Amazon from back in the day. I don't think I can find them anymore, but I thought they were fun with this makeup look. So let me tell you really quick what else is on my face today. So like I mentioned, I'm wearing my Gucci foundation. I'm just wearing one of the Urban Decay concealers that I'm trying to use up. And then for powder, I did use the Kaleidos face palette. My lip combo today is a lip liner and a lip gloss. So the lip liner is Hoopty from ColourPop. I don't know if they like make this anymore. I just have a bunch of lip liners. And then I use the shade Sappy from Unearthly. This is one of their newer glosses and it's such a pretty color. I really am enjoying their new gloss formula. I think it is lightweight, it's not sticky, it's the perfect amount of glossy, and it doesn't feel gunky on your lips, which is such a plus. And the packaging is really cute too. It's like their satin lip packaging, but they did a gray shade instead. So I've been trying to use them in my videos because they did send me all of the shades, or most of the shades, I guess. So I'll try and link everything that is on my face in the description box for you guys if you are curious to shop. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about the Sydney Grace product. So I'm really excited about the face palette. I'm excited to see the light shade and the deep shade, but this medium one is perfect for me. The bronzer like really stuck to my face, so I feel like I could definitely like blend it out a little bit more. If you are lighter complected than me, you might still be able to make the medium work. I would definitely check their Instagram and their website because I'm sure they'll have a ton of swatches. The blush shade is just as beautiful as I thought, so I'm so excited about that. And the highlighter is very nice and vibrant, so I will definitely be using this face palette more in upcoming videos just because I love being able to have all of the products I need in like a palette like this, and this is going to be so great for travel. And I love that it's $28. I think that's a great price because that means each of the pans is under $10, which is lovely. So really like the face palette. Now the eyeshadow palette, if you guys know me, you know I really love wearing very colorful, very over-the-top makeup. But when it comes to wearing something a little bit more neutral, I would definitely steer you towards Sydney Grace because they do make very beautiful neutral eyeshadows. I just realized I totally forgot to put an inner corner shadow to give it a pop, but that's okay. I still like how this look turned out. I feel very tan even though it's like 20 degrees outside. I look like I went on a really nice beach vacay. So overall, I think this is a great everyday look for me, a really pretty, great everyday palette. Like I said, they are doing a light and a dark version, so keep that in mind when you're deciding which one to shop. I also mentioned that I did grab the Enduring Love palette, so let me just show you a side by side. The Unbreakable Bond palette definitely has more shades, but I can see some of the inspiration from Enduring Love, like there are some similar looking shadows. So I'm not gonna sit there and swatch them side by side, but if you are on like a no buy or a low buy and you have the Enduring Love palette and you don't want to get this one, I would maybe take a peek at this one and kind of try to like dupe the vibes. So yeah, those are all of my thoughts on the newest products from Sydney Grace. I am so excited to see them launching something new this year. So yeah, you guys will have to let me know in the comments. Is this something you're interested in? Are you like, Karen, this is such a snooze? Are you planning on skipping it? Are you going to use something else in your collection instead? You guys know I love chatting to you in the comments. So let me know what you're thinking and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye guys.